Hello, this is Valerie Aiello, and you are listening to IdeaDiary. Thanks for coming back to my office and hanging out. So the other day I was watching a Tom Green video, and I just sort of realized that he really gets it. So Tom Green is obviously famous. Let me go to his channel really quick. So he kind of got started, I don't know if he was on like cable access in Canada or something. Anyway, he got started by being crazy and having this crazy TV show, and it was on MTV. I guess we all know the story. And then he married Drew Barrymore and then got divorced and kind of, I don't know if he went into hiding necessarily, but he seemed to not be doing as much. And I think he's kind of been doing Andy Milonakis. I think that's how you pronounce his name. So Andy Milonakis is this kind of underground comedian that kind of the same storyline where he had an MTV show. He was wild and crazy. And Andy, I believe, is mainly a Twitch streamer. I think he does some YouTube. He'll post some videos on YouTube, but that's not his main thing. I believe his main thing is just Twitch. He might also have a podcast. I don't know so much. Let me go to his Twitch account. So Andy Milonakis, I believe he does daily live streams, and on his Twitch page it just says vids and chill, just chatting. I guess he finds kind of funny things on the internet and then shares them with everybody. He has 559,000 followers on Twitch. I believe Tom Green kind of doing the same thing. I don't know if Tom Green is on Twitch. I don't see, unless Tom Green has some sort of weird Twitch handle that I don't know. But both of those comedians do have kind of a cult following, super fandom thing to where they probably can have a career of some kind forever, whether or not the normal person knows about it or not. And the thing with Tom Green, so he had recently gone on the Drew Barrymore show, which I love Drew. She's amazing. But the show is, there's something bizarre about it. I can't put my finger on it, but I feel like Drew, she's trying to do this mainstream morning show thing, and obviously the apocalypse happened, and she was doing the show, still airing the episodes and doing episodes and recording episodes, but she was doing them with green screens and making it look like someone's in the studio when they really aren't, but kind of being funny about it. She wasn't hiding the fact or anything. It was just this like morning show, old style, old concept, which I guess Drew Barrymore is a younger celebrity than what maybe, I don't know. I didn't really understand the concept necessarily, except just to be like another morning show to add to the list with a famous host. So yeah, it's not that I didn't think that it can be good or that it's not good. It's just not good. It's not great or something. And it's not her fault. And it's not the guest's fault. It's not the segments. I don't know if she wants to be like this Hallmark all-American family girl channel, or does she want to talk about real topics, which is maybe not something you do in a morning show. Maybe it is. Maybe that's getting into more of the afternoon. Dr. Phil, Oprah time slot. I don't know. It's just, my point of even talking about Drew Barrymore show is I feel like she's trying to do something different. I think she's missing a mark in some way, because I think now she's realizing her morning show isn't really about television. It's about YouTube, and it's about people tuning into the show in little bits at a time or watching the entire show, which people love long form. And they also love the short vids, which is why a lot of the big YouTubers will put their long form hour, 2 hour, 3 hour show available for free. And then they'll cut out snippets for people who don't have time to listen to the whole show, but there's gems that people want to check out. So anyway, this morning show of Drew Barrymore, she's doing the gems thing, and I think she's figuring out that's probably the way to go. And she had Tom Green on her show as a guest, and they hadn't seen each other for 15 years. And I guess it was the same time they were in the same room together. And you could see Tom Green, because he's probably this big-hearted lover dude that just totally got his heart crushed and his world obliterated by Drew Barrymore. And, and she's happy, and she has her new family and husband and all that stuff. And so they're just new lives coming together. And Tom Green was talking about he was going to get into a van and go on the road. So at the time, I didn't really think much of it. I was like, okay, it seems typical thing to do, maybe if you're single and you're an online streamer. Like, you can work from anywhere, get in a car and travel, or go to an Airbnb every week and film something. But when I went to watch a Tom Green video, which I guess one of his videos came up in my feed, I didn't subscribe to him before. I'm subscribed now. This Tom Green video was just so good. And I'm going to link it in the show description so you can go watch it. But there was just something magical about the video. And I feel like he really understands what the next level of entertainment is going to be. I kind of saw what the next version of YouTube is going to be. I just in this one little video, I got a lot of things fast. And one of the main things that I got is, so Tom Green is multi-talented. He's a comedian. He can write, record his own music. He is a tech nerd, so he really loves camera equipment and recording equipment and editing, and he loves making something together, and he's a writer. He can write a movie if he wants to. So he's just getting in his car with all the equipment that he can fit in there and a dog, and it's like this travel van that you can live in, and he's documenting what he discovers, kind of like a no agenda, let's see where this goes. But he's teaching everyone that you can do it alone. If you're multi-talented and you have multiple interests, and you can edit something, you can shoot something, you can use a drone, you know how to pick out good camera equipment, you know how to maybe flesh out a story. Even if you don't know where the story is going to go, you know how to communicate that story. And yes, he is famous. You can just tell that he cares, and he's out there, and he's gonna make it, whether it makes money or not. He's doing it to see what he can create. And I think that's what Hollywood is not really understanding, that people want to see the behind the scenes. They want to see how they made it. They want to see if you really care about making movies, or if you're just rubber stamping the same old movie over and over again with the same old celebrity over and over again, with the same writers, with the same everything. Nobody wants that anymore. People want, I'll say, authenticity, but I almost think they want not so much authenticity, but they just want something real, even if it sucks, even if it is a little fake. There's something weird happens when you turn on a camera. You're not totally 100% yourself, so people get that. But getting better at talking to a camera, getting better at telling a story, getting better at communicating. People want to see A to B, how to make it happen, and then they're inspired to maybe make their own show or get in their own van and drone film themselves wherever they're going, and telling their life story in a video diary type of form. I really like what Tom Green is doing. I feel like a lot of celebrities, if you're out there listening, If they could really grasp what the new style of entertainment is, which is not necessarily a reality show. I guess that was like a step in the direction where we are now. But I think what's really important is that there are no more celebrities. Everyone is their own favorite celebrity, and everyone can do anything that they want. And there is money to be made with the internet. It doesn't have to be a millionaire, but you can make a living wage doing something totally weird. All possibilities are becoming possible. You know, the one thing with my generation, I feel like a lot of people got kind of duped into getting credit cards and duped into, that still happens, and there's still people who need like the biggest house and the best car and getting into debt and up to their eyeballs or something. But there are a lot of people that are switching that mentality and deciding and figuring out, how can I retire early? How can I have a paid off house that I'm going to enjoy forever if I want? Not that you can never grow and get something bigger or better or downsize, or, you know, figuring out that place where you can live forever, figuring that out now, and retiring to the point where your living expenses are so low that you can live and do whatever you want, because the basics of life are covered, and now all that you have to do is figure out how to grow. I feel like that's what the younger generation and the new style of living is bringing to our reality, and I think it's amazing. It's fantastic. I think if you watch this Tom Green video, I think you might be inspired to just try something, because I feel like even he might be embarrassed and feel weird and feel kind of exposed, I guess, you know, just taking everything away, and just, he's got his camera, he's got a dog, he's got a place to sleep, and he's just making art every day. So, and I don't think you have to be an ex, or I won't call him an ex-celebrity. He's still a celebrity, and he still probably could do whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted. But I feel like even for someone like him, this was like a hard move, possibly. You know, not like scary to the point where it would stop him from doing it, but he feels vulnerable. It seems like he took a chance and he's going for it. And I feel like what's cool is anyone could do it. And it's just, I don't know. Check out the Tom Green YouTube channel. I think it's really inspiring. I think it's really great. I can't wait to see how the story unfolds and what he actually creates, because I just have a feeling that it's probably going to be a lot cooler than he anticipates that it might be. He might just think it's boring. People are going to check me out to see what I'm going to do. And I think that is true. But I have a feeling I see something great about to unfold. And I think he's going to be surprised. I think it's going to be cool. So just final thoughts. I think it's important to just get started. And I think it's important to figure out something that you can do all on your own. Like shoot, edit, no employees, what's doable, what's like take away all barriers of things that can hold you back, like waiting on somebody else or waiting for interviews. You know, what's the thing that you could do all by yourself? And just imagine being appreciated and imagine being interesting. I know that I'm not interesting and not very many people are watching, but some are, and that feels kind of weird and amazing at the same time. It feels weird. I feel myself that I'm getting better and something's happening, and I've stopped being afraid to not be 100% cool. I'm here, I'm showing up, and I'm not gonna die with my art inside me. I have a lot of stuff coming out. It might not all be great, but I'm just gonna get it all out of my system, and I feel like everyone can do it. So I guess that's the show for today, and I still don't know how to end the show, so I'm just going to play the music.